Something truly unbelievable just happened in international football, and it has left millions of Brazilian fans completely stunned. Brazil, yes, the five-time world champions, have just lost to Japan. Not a draw, not a narrow escape. A 3-2 defeat that has now gone down in history as Brazil's first ever loss to Japan. Let that sink in for a second. The mighty Seleção, the kings of flair and football magic, beaten for the very first time by the Blue Samurai. And what makes this even more shocking is that Brazil were winning comfortably in the first half. In the opening 45 minutes, it looked like business as usual for Carlo Ancelotti's men. Brazil completely dominated possession, attacked with purpose, and created chances almost at will. By the 26th minute, Paulo Henrique found the back of the net, putting Brazil ahead 1-0. Just 6 minutes later, at the 32-minute mark, Gabriel Martinelli doubled the lead with a stunning finish. The Seleção went into halftime with a comfortable 2-0 advantage, and honestly, no one could have predicted what was about to unfold. But football, as we all know, can be cruel and unpredictable. The second half turned into a nightmare that Brazil will want to forget as quickly as possible. Just 7 minutes after the restart, in the 52nd minute, a costly mistake by defender Fabricio Bruno changed everything. A misplaced clearance and a moment of hesitation gave Japan exactly what they needed, their first goal of the night. That single strike didn't just put Japan back in the game, it shifted the entire momentum. Brazil began to look shaken, disorganized, almost as if they'd lost their rhythm completely. Then came the equalizer. In the 62nd minute, Japan struck again, capitalizing on another defensive lapse. The once calm and composed Brazilian defense suddenly looked fragile, nervous, and unsure. And before anyone could believe it, in the 71st minute, Japan completed the comeback with a third goal, stunning the Brazilian players, the coaching staff, and millions watching around the world. From 2-0 up to 3-2 down. In less than 20 minutes, the entire match had flipped on its head. What's even more frustrating for Brazil is that they actually controlled the ball for most of the game. Even in defeat, they held the majority of possession and spent long spells attacking in Japan's half. But domination doesn't win matches, goals do. And this time, Japan proved that discipline, resilience, and teamwork can overpower even the most talented sides on the planet. For Coach Carlo Ancelotti, this loss carries a heavy message. It's a reminder that even the best teams can crumble when focus is lost. But to be fair, Ancelotti has been very open about his current approach. He's experimenting. He's testing new players, rotating his defense, and giving chances to fresh faces in preparation for the future. In fact, against Japan, Brazil's backline was almost entirely made up of second-choice defenders. That experimental setup may have contributed to the defensive chaos that unfolded in the second half. After the match, Ancelotti spoke candidly to the press. He said, "Yesterday, we talked about how this FIFA date was meant for testing. We'll continue experimenting during the November international window. Our plan hasn't changed. Tonight's match was a valuable lesson. There are things we need to learn, especially from the second half." It's clear from his words that Ancelotti knows there's still a long way to go. Brazil may be the five-time world champions, but at this moment, there's still a team in transition, a team trying to rebuild its identity under a new system. And while losing is never easy, especially for a country with such a rich footballing heritage, this defeat might actually serve as a crucial wake-up call. Because sometimes a painful loss teaches more than a comfortable victory ever could. The important thing now is how Brazil responds. Will they bounce back stronger, learn from these mistakes, and prove that the spirit of the Seleção is still alive? Or will the cracks in defense and mentality continue to haunt them in upcoming matches? For fans, one thing is certain, this defeat hurts. But it also adds a new chapter to Brazil's football story, one that reminds everyone that even the greatest can fall. What matters most is how they rise again. Under Carlo Ancelotti, Brazil still has immense potential. With stars like Vinicius Jr, Martinelli, and Rodrygo leading the charge, this team can turn things around quickly, but only if they fix their defensive discipline and mental focus. The next few matches will tell us everything we need to know. Was this just an experimental hiccup or a warning sign of deeper problems? For now, all eyes are on Brazil's next fixture, because after a shocking night in Japan, the world will be watching closely to see if the five-time champions can rise again, stronger, smarter, and hungrier than ever.